Hey everyone, Jonathan and Molly here, and welcome back to Savoring the Magic.
We are two siblings who share a love of Disney, film history, and general nerdom, and all the details in between that make up modern day magic.
That's right, so today we are visiting one of Magic Kingdom's classic attractions and its corresponding eatery.
True.
So come along with us today on our punniest adventure to date.
Wah wah. So we were heading straight to Adventureland to catch Jungle Cruise first thing here in the morning.
Yes.
The line tends to be ridiculous as the day goes on.
Very long.
So we're gonna hit it first thing.
So on our way there, we're going to fill you guys in a little bit of history about the ride because that is what we do. So Jungle Cruise was an opening day attraction in Magic Kingdom, but its origins actually start with the development of Disneyland. In its early stages, it was referred to as Tropical Rivers of the World. The name changed, of course, but many of the major rivers of the world, like the Amazon, Congo, Nile, and Mekong rivers, are represented in the ride. Also, the names of those rivers influence the names of the boats.
Walt was inspired to have a river cruise type ride, which he wanted with live animals originally. He loved the true life adventure documentary films, and he wanted guests to be able to experience the wonders of nature and share in his admiration.
Of course, this was heavily discouraged by animal care specialists, as well as others, including Harper Goff, who understood that live animals couldn't be trusted to stay in areas where they remained visible. They'd sleep most of the day and would never provide a consistent show for guests, so the decision to sculpt the animals was made. The whole process is kind of interesting in its own right because it wasn't enough for Walt to just have static animals on the ride. He pushed his team to develop ways for mouths to open, ears to wiggle, and they even developed submerged platforms to make the hippos move.
Now, Harper Goff is one of the key designers for Jungle Cruise, and we credit him with the look of the boats themselves. He used the film The African Queen as inspiration for their design.
Also integral to the creation of Jungle Cruise was Bill Evans, who essentially designed the jungle for this attraction. After finishing Disneyland's jungle in 1955, it was joked that it was, quote, the best darn jungle this side of Costa Rica. He intentionally picked plants that looked exotic but wouldn't necessarily be grouped together in a natural environment. For the Magic Kingdom specifically, he had the task of choosing plants that would evoke a tropical feel but were hardy enough to withstand the Central Florida weather and its relatively mild winters.
Disneyland's Jungle Cruise was not originally a humorous adventure when it opened in 1955, but with its redesign in the mid-1960s, Imagineer Mark Davis came in and added a lot of the humorous set pieces that we still enjoy today. We can thank him for the elephant bathing pools, the monkeys inventing the camp, and the rhino stranding the Lost Safari.
Of course, as great as the set pieces are, we all know the heart of Jungle Cruise is the skippers. So let's go ride this thing now. So fun fact, this hut that looks like it has a straw roof, yeah, these are actually strips of metal that they made to look like straw.
Now do me a favor, wave goodbye to my biggest fans. They're like, you need it. They're on the ceiling. There's not a single person over there. Crazy. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the world famous Jungle Cruise. My name is Skipper Canteen. Quick boat orientation for you before we get underwater. Sorry, underway. Before we get underway. Well, you guys have been absolutely outstanding. Truly, but here in just a second, I will need y'all to be outstanding on the dock and on my boat.
So as you can tell from the life preservers here, the setting of the Jungle Cruise is actually placed in the 1930s, which we're going to see more of in Skipper Canteen later. So this is fun. This is a Skippers of the Year sign. It says 1938 on it, which obviously, you know, is for theming purposes, but actually didn't come about until 2019. And it's the first time that frontline cast members were incorporated into an attraction.
So now that we have disembarked from the punniest cruise there ever was, we're gonna go say hello to our favorite tiki birds.
That's right. I'm even ready. I have my shirt on.
That's right.
Enchanted Tiki
You are
Room.
dressed for the occasion.
I am.
So nothing more classic than the Tiki Room, honestly.
I know. It's so fantastic. The original song by the Sherman Brothers. It is really quite funny.
It is. It still holds up,
It
honestly.
does.
It's also pretty incredible when you consider how old that attraction is.
I know.
Everything still works.
Yeah, I mean, it was designed or opened in 1963 in
Yeah.
Disneyland. And of course, was brought here with the opening of Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But
50 years.
yeah, it's been around a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and it just fits. We're kind of staying in Adventureland today.
Yeah.
And it works because in Skipper Canteen, there are a lot of callbacks to all different parts of Adventureland,
Yeah.
which we're going to see later.
That's right. I don't know if we said that yet. We're having lunch at Skipper Canteen.
Surprise! Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we said corresponding eatery at the beginning, but
Oh, did we?
yeah.
That's what happens.
So that's what that means. We're eating at Skipper Canteen.
That's right. So we're just filling some time waiting for our lunch reservation. If you come in Ye Old Christmas Shop, they really have some fantastic ornaments.
And it smells incredible in here, always.
Always. Love the Peter Pan one there too.
The Peter Pan one is really cool. Did you see Pirate?
Yeah, pirates. We took over here some of the Haunted Mansion ones. Also some really great Nightmare Before Christmas merch. Sandy Claus. It's a cool one of Zero there. And of course, wouldn't be complete without Oogie Boogie himself. I quite enjoy this haunted. Really great. Of course, wouldn't be complete without the Sandersons.
How appropriate for today's video. An orange bird.
Oh, very nice. Super cute. And amongst all of
know.
the spooky merch.
Yes, decidedly not spooky at all, but that's okay. Although going back to our ride tributes episode, here's a terrifying thing. Something from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Very nice.
I do love this ride vehicle, by the way.
Yeah, it's classic.
Oh, it actually
Actually-
turns
Oh, yeah.
on the bottom.
That's cool.
So here's something new and inventive in the box. And it's got the poison apple.
That's incredible.
That's so cool. Love that.
Got quite a selection of 100th anniversary merch. But I think my favorite piece of merch is the song at Disneyland.
I know. Even, I don't know if it'll work or not. It's always a toss-up, but... Nope, that one did
That
not.
one does not work. Let's see if one works.
I'm sure they turned them all off to prevent people from doing this very thing. So what am I doing? Clicking them all.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, great
So
stuff.
cool. Love that.
The spring roll cart already has its line.
Yes. Oh, I haven't had one
Wow.
of those in a while.
I don't eat them anymore, but they are incredibly good.
I know. They have a new one. It's the cordon bleu.
It's a shame I'll never know.
I know. Ham. Dang.
That's what happens when you do healthy eating. So as we mentioned, we are eating here today at Jungle Navigation Company's Skipper Canteen. You know, what better way to complete the punny adventure that we've had today than to check out the eatery. So there are a ton of Easter eggs inside, and we can't wait to show you all the little details.
That's right. But of course, first, we're going to do our thing, and we're going to talk about the history and the development of it. The building that houses Skipper Canteen was originally the Adventureland Veranda restaurant, a quick service restaurant that operated until 1994. After that, it was used for special events and meet and greets until it was reimagined as Skipper Canteen. It was pitched that the restaurant could be the headquarters for the Skippers, and the idea is that this is where the Skippers clock in, bunk, have their meals, and so on. The story kept evolving, and Skipper Canteen debuted on December 16th, 2015.
As we know, it's not unusual for Disney restaurants to have theming, but Skipper Canteen takes it to another level. It sets up the story for the founder of Jungle Navigation Company, who runs the Jungle Cruise, and includes the lore of the SEA, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. The Society has ties across all Disney property, from Tokyo Disney Sea to Mystic Manor in Hong Kong, and some of the cruise ships in Typhoon Lagoon, and of course here in Adventureland.
So the founder of the Jungle Navigation Company is Dr. Albert Falls, who the Schweitzer Falls in the ride is named for. And now his granddaughter, Alberta Falls, is the proprietor of the restaurant. So the restaurant has 3 distinct dining rooms. There's the crew mess hall, the Falls family parlor, and the SEA secret meeting room, although it's not quite so secret anymore. So let's go check it out. The man of the hour, Dr. Albert Falls, and then Alberta Falls, obviously a little more creative flair to her portrait, where it has to be changed to businesswoman.
That's great.
I mean, she's doing pretty well, right? 1932 all the way down to 1936.
It's true. Killing it.
Killing it.
Pretty cool nod to the Christmas overlay over here with the Jingle Cruise shelf.
Here's the Falls falafel. Clearly not any good, you know. We only demolished it in about 4 minutes, you know.
Yeah. Quite good.
It really was. So lots of little Easter eggs going on here, pretty much in every title on this bookshelf. A lot of them for extinct attractions. So just a few of our favorites. We have The Wildest Ride by Mr. Thaddeus Toad.
You seen stuff?
We have The Polar Voyage. Nemo. Creatures from Space. Talking about Stitch and Great Escape. Mission to the Red Planet. A Flight Through Dreams, If You Had Wings, all by BL, because those go back to Delta Dream Flight. And the previous attractions before Space Ranger Spin. The Mystery Castle by Cinderella. Guys, the cleverness, I can't. Tiki 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 of the South Pacific by Buddy Baker, who composed a lot of the music for Magic Kingdom. So we have native orange birds, womp womp, since orange bird is the emblem of Adventureland. Songs of the Tiki Bird by Professor Boag. Boag being the last name of the guy who voices Jose. Crooning Flowers by Sherman and Sherman. Like we said earlier, the Sherman brothers wrote the lyrics for the song for the Tiki Room, which includes the flowers crooning. Oh, this is a fun one. The Treasures from the Manor by Henry Mystic. Going to Hong Kong Disneyland. So we have Swiss Family Robinson. Another funny punny thing for you. Getting Even by R.E. Venge. So this is one of the better ones. Cheetahs Never Prosper. And Friends for Dinner by Trader Sam. A Small Village with a Large Heart by the founder. We have Everest Expeditions in Search of the Yeti. The World Through a Lens with Laughter. So many great little things to be found on these shelves. We have A Manner of Fact by Mystic. We have A Journey to the Stars by Kimball. He worked on the Tomorrowland episodes about space travel on the Disneyland TV show back in the day. So that is a deep dive. Oh, and here's the Fez collection. Skipper's Engraved Danger.
Very nice. The puns continue.
That's right. So we have the Enchanted Tiki room up here. The annual holiday party.
Nice.
Oh, here's a letter to Rosita with a parrot hanging off of it. Here's the key to unlock the board.
Nice.
You have another thing for the Jingle Cruise. And then, of course, setting up the time period for us, summer 1930. There's 1938. Schweitzer Follies callback list. So basically, make sure you hit up the crew member board.
Yeah.
At
On your
some
way
point.
in or your way out.
That's right.
All right, so we have completed our meal at Skipper Canteen.
Yes.
What did you think?
It was really good.
It was very good.
I know that we need to eat at some restaurants we haven't eaten at in a while. Like, for instance, we haven't eaten at Be Our Guest since it stopped being like a quick service thing. We haven't eaten at Cinderella Castle in years. You know, stuff like that.
Well, to be fair, we don't eat a lot here.
No, we rarely do sit down stuff here.
Yeah, just because
Normally it's just a quick service kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to venture out saying that, sure, we haven't eaten at some places in a while and menus have been updated, but I feel like Skipper Canteen is probably the best place to eat in Magic Kingdom as far as quality of food, experience, and if you're a big fan of the Jungle Cruise and the lore behind it, there are so many fun Easter eggs, honestly.
You could spend all afternoon in there, honestly.
Just in that bookshelf, actually, which we have a lot of footage of. I'm sorry, but I just got so cracked up about the different titles and who they were by and different nods.
Yeah.
From Imagineers to Extinct Attractions to everything in between, to the lore of the actual Jungle Cruise and Jungle Navigation Company. There's just so much to see.
Well, and it's your favorite ride.
It is, yeah. So. It's my favorite classic attractions for sure.
I had the sustainable fish, which I thought was really good. The skin was very nice and crispy.
It was so good.
Fish was super tender.
You don't like mushrooms, but he had mushrooms in his dish that I ate. They were fantastic.
They were. All the veggies were really good. The carrots, bok choy, it was in a lemon broth. Very good.
Yeah.
And you had the pork chops.
I had the Baba lamb chops.
Yeah, lamb chops.
Lamb chops, yeah, not pork.
Not pork. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was a beautiful dish. It was plated so well. The sauce was like a curry kind of influence. It was very good. And then in the middle, it was just like a pile of onions and potatoes and cauliflower, which was just as good as the lamb.
Yeah.
So
we had the falafel as a start, which was
highly
super
recommend.
Good.
The hummus was so fresh.
Very well done. And
the falafel just melted in your mouth, honestly.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And then we topped it all off with the coconut bar.
Yeah.
Which I think was very light.
It's a very light dessert. If you like coconut, pineapple kind of stuff, then that's the go-to, I think. They have more extravagant desserts. We just got something kind of simple,
Yeah.
which we don't do a lot of dessert stuff anymore. So that's
But-
part of the reason why.
But it was very good.
We wanted to have the whole experience if we were going to be there. Have you eaten at Skipper Canteen before? Comment, let us know. I think the only thing we didn't get footage of was the backside of water barrel. It's
Yeah.
in the corner. So if you go find it. Highly
We
recommend.
got distracted by food
And all the other things.
and all the other stuff. It's true.
But yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know if you've been
Yeah.
there. We want to hear about it.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think. Let us know what else you'd like to see that we haven't covered yet. We still have videos coming out every Wednesday and Saturday. But until next time,
Keep savoring the magic.